Hello, this is the Reign of Books. I'm Josh. Thanks for joining us on Top 5 Wednesday at the Goodreads and BookTube community, where we talk about weekly topics on any and everything related to written fiction, or books if you prefer. This week's topic is Top 5 Tropes that we don't like, should be squashed, that are rubbish, ruinous, destroy fiction, and make us the butt of everyone else's jokes, otherwise known as tropes that we hate. Hate's such a strong word, but these tropes are so bad, maybe it applies. Let's just get the first one out of the way. Love triangles. Give me a break. What does this really say? What does it offer the story? How does it advance the story? Oftentimes, it's most often a girl that's torn between two guys. So what does that say about our female protagonist? Come on. And it doesn't advance the story or interferes with the story, or it actually becomes the central theme to the story. It's not young adult fiction or science fiction with complex relationships and complex decisions. It's just a romance novel with a veneer of werewolves or vampires. Oopsies. Was I talking about Twilight? I don't know. Trope number 2. Alright, it came from outer space. Listen, this used to signify horror, abject terror. People would run around, go to shelters and bunkers, or armies would prepare for the invasion. But give me a break. These days it came from outer space. You have novels that keep the bad guy or the alien hidden for long periods of time, and you focus on the characters, on the getting ready, on the mystery of what the aliens want. And a lot of times, again, it's pulled off badly. So if it comes from outer space, make me care. Trope number 3. The morally ambiguous bad guy, or sympathizing with the bad guy. What does this say about our culture? We sit here and idolize people in power, people who sometimes we know probably don't make the best decisions to get into power. So in books and fiction, you look at the motivations, you look at the actual drive of the bad guys, and it's one thing to understand it, it's another thing to say, hey, he's cool, I want to be that guy. So bad guys get away with things that we would never dare attempt, but we secretly, maybe, want to. Sympathizing with the bad guy is bad. Trope number 4, coming of age stories. Not all of them, it's just the ones that are ruined by, again, the story having nothing to say except this person is young, inexperienced. Let's give them a power. Let's give them a journey. Let's give them something to do. I mean, come on, Luke Skywalker, we didn't have to sit here and say he's got to grow up. The kid just eventually went on to become a Jedi and try to save the galaxy. Why? Because that's what he was destined to do, and we enjoyed the ride as we went along with it. So give us a good coming-of-age story if you're going to give us one. And finally, the top trope that we don't like at all. It's the most offensive. It cashes in on all things bad in the genre of science fiction. It's sexy aliens. Why sit here and put a woman on the cover of your science fiction novel and then try to make a story out of it? I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But I think it's unfair to women. I think it's unfair to the genre. And it's just plain bad because you can't have an alien with real motivations if it's just going to mimic stupidity of the male consciousness, which is just like fawning over women. So give us a real science fiction story and not just some sexy alien to sell your book. Thanks for joining us on this Top 5 Wednesday. The link to the Goodreads group is in the description. It's moderated by Lainey, and it has a lot of good topics if you want to join in. If you want to see more of our stuff, check out reignofbooks.com, as in the rule of books, not the weather. Take care.